All right. I am going first, everybody. Good to be here. Um, I have got, we'll do 10 minutes and I'm gonna hide the meeting controls. Hopefully that helps a bit. And um, and so I want to talk about multi-view and 360 cameras and then I'm able to answer any questions. I'm gonna fly through some slides. So the first thing I just want to say is that for those of you who are interested in multi-view or 360 camera technology, happy to talk more about it. And I've got a ton of experience. And my now company VideoRay is working on a number of different applications. And so that's kind of the call to action. If you have any questions or wanting to explore this, please reach out. So um, I had a company that was completely focused on multi-view and 360 camera technology development for about 6 years, and then it was acquired by VideoRay about 9 months ago. And so VideoRay is now um, scaling and deploying some of the products and capabilities we had onto their vehicles and other vehicles. I'm based in St. Pete, Florida, at a place called the Hub Maritime and Defense Technology Center. And for any of you who are in this area, would love to meet you. About 10 years ago, I started building many of the first underwater 360 cameras, and uh, through that, built some of the most high resolution camera systems in the world. Some of the first 360 live streaming, a lot of the first 360 storytelling, and then did a lot of prototyping and turned some of them into more formalized products. But it's a very bespoke and niche industry to shoot underwater 360, and so I've spanned the gamut of robotics and education and storytelling, and so through that I've really settled in industrial applications in robotics as robots, AUVs, ROVs need better perception and better interfaces to have situational awareness for control, both through manual teleoperation and autonomy. And so I've started with these big Hollywood cameras, is where I cut my teeth, and I've now moved to a very high performing, small, compact cameras, and which is what VideoRay is working on. I won't talk much about that today, but I'm just giving you kind of an overall sense of the types of systems that I built in the past that were for SeaWorld and MSG Sphere and National Geographic and BBC and Google. And through that, I built over 50 prototypes and camera systems, which have been used for various applications. And I've just had a lot of fun in terms of trying to figure out the trade-offs around resolution and image quality and size and depth and cost. And so I've through that worked with Good Morning America and billionaires and like I said, some of the natural history groups that are doing production, and had a really good time doing it and getting paid to R&D and test and experiment, which was wonderful. And so through this experience, I became quite passionate about the idea of telerobotics and taking 360 cameras, connecting them to mixed reality headsets, and using that to explore the ocean and feel like you're underwater without diving, without getting wet. And this has been tested with Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute and OceanX, and now the Navy and oceaneering and more commercial companies, and it's becoming more commonplace in the deep sea to connect headsets to ROVs for manipulation and situational awareness and close quarter maneuvering. No nausea, that's all been solved. And so through pairing multi-view 3D cameras with headsets, there's just a lot of great research and academic data that's been collected and explored over the last few years, that it really does benefit operators and helps even the robot itself in doing autonomy tasks to have all that additional sensing. And so through connecting cameras with headsets, we've actually found some real cool efficiencies and industrial applications to simplify tasks and decrease task completion times and improving the experience for the pilot and the operator. And have had a number of years testing this, and it's now just continuing to grow. And one of the reasons is that headsets don't work out in sunlight at the moment and have to work in somewhat constrained environments. But as they get better, you'll see this become more proliferated and more standard, I think, in the industry as people want to control more underwater robots. And so I've done a little bit of hardware, I've done a little bit of software, and through that, but ultimately it started with storytelling. It started with the concept when I put a headset on 10 years ago that having immersive experience creates empathy, which drives action and change. And there's certainly a number of different papers and research and talks that have been that are on the internet about this topic. And it's not a perfect solution by any stretch, but it certainly does give a connection to the audience that traditional 2D video doesn't, both from a storytelling perspective and in real time. And so I've worked with Meta and a number of the different groups and published 360 and immersive underwater content, and some of this is a few examples, and you can find some in the MetaQuest store and elsewhere. And I'm happy to follow up with links and share some examples. But yeah, with that, that is my little kind of 10-minute lightning talk, and I'm happy to answer any questions.